Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a House number one. Let's build a house number one, because that's the best thing that I can actually call it. Why is that door stuck? I don't know. But what we're going to be doing today is this room in here. So I just realised as well, I'm actually going to keep wood. I was going to talk about that and then have the rooms different. I don't know why. It's just randomly cropped into my head. But what we'll be doing today anyway is we're going to be moving on into the living room. Now what I want to do is I want to actually have a different type of carpet, like a different flooring. I don't really know what I want, but I don't think I want like tiles. I think these are too messy. I do want something though that's white, kind of smooth-ish material, not snow. Snow's a little bit too rough at the minute. Actually snow can kind of work. Yeah, we'll try snow. Right, so we're going to try snow down here. I want like a white, but a different white. One with texture, so what I'm actually going to be doing this time is I'm going to be basing it roughly off a picture. I've never done this before, but the picture I've got is this one, because it's white and grey and it has pillars and stuff, and it's just a very simple small couch and an interesting little table as well with this kind of carpet. So this is going to give me an idea for what I'm going to be doing, just general style. It's not going to be everything, because obviously everything's different, but yeah, it'll be quite interesting. I'm going to try this out anyway. Now I don't know what to do underneath these doors, if I go for something different. And I might go for something to make it look like we are stepping through it. Now obviously something that you can do is something like an anvil. I think this might look a little bit weird though, but if we put wood in the ground, it's very weird. Put in an anvil and then maybe even put those down. Let's just see if this works. Actually, the other thing we could do is that, couldn't we? That'd look good. I'm going to go with that. Right, so I'm going to do this anyway. I think that'll look nicer, maybe? Or maybe do a mix. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe this bordering. Let's do something weird. You know me, I'd like weird crap. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to border a weird border like that around it. And that looks kind of fancy. Different, anyway. I think it looks different. Now, I don't like that, but something along those lines, like maybe even just like stone stairs or something. I don't really know. Anything to like break it up. Maybe just put in some dark wood or some spruce or like a little bit. I can't decide, so I'm going to leave it. But there we go. We get this now. Lighting wise, what we've got to think about is something. Don't really need to go very cool. My lighting's pretty simple. I usually just do very basic stuff. Because I got that extra block, it really just does it. But that does it. That's pretty much it. That's my lighting done. We could always move that over and have like a more central one, but I think this gives enough light down here and it works, and it lights up that. So the next thing we're actually going to do is we're going to build a sofa, and I'm going to do it again, like I said, like similar style to this kind of cornered one. But I also want to have, the typical bigger seat that you kind of get with it as well. So what I might do is I might have the corner piece around this side and then have speakers or a bar type area there. But we'll see. We'll see. So it's kind of like a brownish material, but what I want to do is make it out of coloured wool, because we've got that option, so we can actually do that. So that kind of makes more sense. Now, you'll notice I'm doing stuff like this, and then I'll kind of like curve that around there. And maybe we can do that there as well. And then I'll have some slabs going down. So I've got some coloured slabs, I'm sure I do, somewhere. I guess so those will be in there. So I might do something like this, and that creates a nice little gap actually, doesn't it? So I might have something like that. But maybe knock it back a little bit so we get like a bigger bit there. Now, what I did want to do, depending on what one we go for, I'm just going to flip through to these. So go to coloured wall slabs. I'll switch those over. You'll notice that they're hideously green at the minute. But if we use the blaze rod, I can actually change these over now. I don't think red works. Actually, red does work. I mean, I don't know if it works. Now, I don't know if I want like more of a light blue. Maybe. To get very like pastel colour. It's very pastel coloured, that one. Or if I wanted to get like a brown, which sounds very weird because I don't really like my brown texture. But it might actually be the right option. Could obviously go for like greys and stuff, but I think we do need some sort of colour here. Just to accent the room. Now, there we go. It's the brown here. And I do not like that at all. It just doesn't add enough colour. I mean, white as well would be quite nice. And would obviously work. But it doesn't add anything to the build. It doesn't really do enough for it. So maybe we will just go with maybe just like blue of some kinds. Not mix those, but there we go. We get this. And there we go. That one there. Go all the way around maybe. Just do something like this. Now, I was thinking about doing a back part to it, you know, like using the same colour wool of whatever it is. Doing something like this, but cutting it down maybe to there, and then putting on these and doing that. Which looks okay. It does look okay, but... there we go, maybe we'll do more like that, and even just have that as a normal bit like that. Yeah, so it just curves around a little bit. So that kind of works, I think. I'm still not like that keen on the blue. I think it is just a little bit too blue. Weirdly, I like the red. I did like the red. That's grey as well, but that's dark grey. So we will go with like a dark grey. Okay, those are obviously not blocks. Right, okay, if we grab the dark grey and we did put those in, what would that actually look like? And that would look kind of boring. It does look kind of boring, a little bit too dark. It doesn't really have enough texture to it. So this is always really difficult, or this is something that I always struggle with, is literally just choosing the damn colours. Because I've now given myself way too many choices in my own texture pack. So, I mean, that's the light blue variant, and that's not white light blue. It's a cyan again. Okay, we're going to go for light blue, which is on River. Now we'll try that out. So I think we're going to go for like quite a bluish theme in this house. No, we're not. We're going to go for red. Right, I've now finally made my decision on red, which is the first one that we actually hit by kind of accident. Okay, well, you know, it's done now. Now we can actually reset to the planes and that one to planes. And I can just put in our little red bit. Like this. Now, if we want to put in like pillows, for example, we can kind of do that with the stairs, I guess. If I want to put, that's going to wrap around all the time, isn't it? Of course it is. So maybe we're going to just try this. It's a pillow. I don't really know. Nah, it just looks weird. Alright, we're going to leave it like that. So we've got this like corner bit here that you would like be able to hang out on. We could, again, yeah, you know, turn that one in. I think we will. And we could... So we need to leave that one there. So we'll leave that one there. That's perfect. So you can like lounge here, right in this corner piece, or you can sit here like normal. Still watch it. Now, do we want an extra chair? I don't think we got enough room for it now. But what we are going to try and do is this weird table thing. Now, it's going to be difficult. Now, it's quite dark. So what it actually looks like is not like that. But with those, it's just basically just an upside down stair and an upside down stair like that. And that kind of works, actually. Even with this couch design, that actually works. It's a little bit too forwards, obviously. We kind of run out of room because of this back piece, and it is taking up 3 blocks. If this is a normal size sofa, yeah, it'd work completely. But I think that kind of works quite nicely. We're just going to shove on something quite light. I think this is a little bit too dark, so I think I'm going to go with spruce wood instead. And I'm going to put a flower pot onto it, and I think I'm just going to put a nice simple... we don't really want red, but we could do with like white, maybe like a white daisy, you know, something like that would just work fine. I think the other bit of it we will put on, don't really know what we'll put on actually, but that could obviously fit in here if it was directly in line. This one goes over a little bit, that one doesn't, but I think what we ideally need is something like that, and have a flower on this side, and you can see it's the same colour at the minute. So I'm actually going to change that to the bright one. And we're also going to grab cobweb. And we're going to make a little drink here as well. So they've got like a bottle of wine. So maybe they'll like relax in front of the TV, and then they've got this. Obviously this is quite tall, but I think it works. Now, other stuff that we're going to need. Now, we're going to say we're going to put in a stereo here, didn't we? So what we'll do is we'll put in like a stereo in this bit. So we've got a couple little objects that I've got to help me in the note block, and that's it at the minute. It's just in note block and jukebox as well. So I've got jukebox, haven't I? There we go. So we've got the jukebox. So we've got this, and we can have some speakers around. Now maybe we want speakers on these sides or something. Then that blocks up this. It makes it look a little bit too blocky. So what we'll do instead is possibly some speakers on the side. That's going to be difficult actually. Now I'm thinking about it. If you don't want to be able to walk underneath those, maybe we'll use player heads for those speakers, and we'll just have these as like the bigger ones, basically. You know, the bigger speakers. Have that there. Go to the jukebox, and that looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Okay. Well, what we can do instead is we have. Well, it doesn't move around. Okay, we'll have it here instead. We'll just have that there. Maybe not another one there, but have one there or something. And that can do, and then we can just have a plant next to it. A big plant as well. We'll have a nice big plant. We won't use a cauldron plant. We'll do the same thing with the end portal and put in one of those. Now, this time we're going to go for, again, something quite light, so birch. Birch and oak we're using this room. We're going to go with birch here. Adds quite a bit of like character to it. And we're going to go with a little bit of grey carpet with some dark grey or something here. I'm going to just try and yeah. Trying to make this look kind of interesting, which is a little bit weird. Now, obviously, the carpet that was around this bit was a little bit weird as well. There was like bits of grey and bits of dark grey and bits of red mixed in. I think just doing something like this, and then underneath those, I'll put in grey there and then light grey down there. So we grab those bits of wool. So we've got light grey, and also we're going to have dark grey, so we'll go for dark grey there and light grey there. That'll make it look a little bit interesting, like you got a rug here, and that means we probably don't need as much of this in at all. Instead, what can we do? Actually, maybe move the plant over there. I think this looks a bit too cramped, so move the cramp. We'll move the plant over onto that side, and then that adds a little bit more in there, quite a bit more. It's got a TV in there, big sofa. We've got the jukeboxy type thing. What we are going to do as a tiny little bit of detail is we're going to grab a weighted pressure plate, because I've got some extra texture in this. Now, it won't place on top of there by default, but we will force it. We can even force it behind here as well. I think a couple of lamps up here as well. I keep on saying as well, don't I? Yeah. Put a couple of lamps as well. I told you. Damn it. Right. These will be in line with this bit. So that's not going to work there. But that looks okay. That, for some reason, I've made that look odd when it's actually even. So that's fine by me. Because you know me for liking like even stuff. Right. We put these up. There we go, 12. Let's put in those, which is really annoying. But now, apparently, if I actually put in the normal... No, this is what I've been told to fix it. Put in the normal one, and then cycle through. There we go, that looks better. So that's done it there. I might actually have one of these, like down. Like a dog bowl or something. Maybe we'll have one of these as a dog bowl. So like, oh, that's weird. No bottom on it. That is really weird. Why has that happened? Is that just position-wise? That's just material-wise. That is very odd. Okay, well. Damn it. Right, okay. Well, we'll have a dog bowl. Somewhere in the kitchen, maybe. I don't know, we'll have it here. And I'm guessing we're going to have it like full, but we'll have... Oh, we have a little flower. Little flower works. So what we'll do is put in a flower. We'll put in one of those yellow ones that just came up because that actually looked all right. And then fill that a little bit. So we'll do like a really light one there, or maybe go for one of the darker ones. Yeah, we'll go for one of those. So anyway, what was I talking about? I was going to put this on here. So this, we're going to put a mobile phone or something. Yeah, I have a mobile phone that's just kind of like precariously left on the couch because that's what we actually do as people. So we're idiots, really. But that looks really cool. These look okay. Could do with a couple of paintings. So just behind here, maybe. Yeah. Don't have those really, don't we? Want a banner-y type one, maybe just one of those strips like that. We'll do kind of. Now, what do we want in here? Really, is the question. We could have stuff like a wine rack, for example. That's something that we could, possibly have. Kind of makes sense. So we'll have a wine rack here. We'll have a bookshelf. There we go. That's all that kind of stuff, like bookshelf, wine rack type thing. All of that good stuff we'll have in here. So I'm gonna just build this up. This is gonna be a little bit of a pain. So I'm gonna break that side. Right. Now we don't want there. A couple of light books here. This will be an actual shelf that goes across, I think, and then goes on the top. There you go. I knew that was going to happen. So what we'll do is we'll then put in this, and this is again why I wanted to do bits of this first. So we're going to have that there. That'll go all the way to the top. I can leave these for the time being. Leave that one, but put in that lamp again. That one's now got a bottom that's empty as well. That's really weird. Really, really weird. There we go. If you guys can hear barking in the background as well, by the way, that's just my dogs. It's a pain in the ass. But right, what we're going to do is we're going to grab some of these, which are a nice little stack of books. Right, there we go. So, put those in. There we go. Just something like simple like that. And I might even change these bookshelves. Now, I do need to change the actual bookshelves myself. Because that's more of a cabinet, actually. That is more cabinet-like. I think these work. And then maybe even these need to be actually crafting tables. So we get something like that. And they have the bookshelves on top of them. And then we can change these colours to something dark or not so much. Not really too sure. I think maybe even just sort of light. It depends on what we're going to do with this material, doesn't it? So what we're going to now buy them up. So, don't really want glass. White works. It'll work upstairs. And that kind of makes sense with the light kind of theme that we got there. Maybe even these will work as well. It depends on really what I want to do. It's really difficult. So this is what happens when you aren't sure. I think, yeah, okay, we'll do something like that. So we'll have like this little bit here, and then we're going to have like the circular typical couch as well. Now this will bugger up little bits of biomes, but I think maybe if we just have that one as a... We're going to have it as that one, aren't we? We're going to have it as like dark. Well, we can have it grey. We can have it like a grey end scene over here, can't we? We can just about see. Does that look alright? Yeah, that looks alright. I'm still not sure about this, but the rest of it looks alright. We've got that nice carpet. I think compared to what we actually had before, so we had like this, we had like nice pillars, but we had this corner bit. That's all I based it off, and that's what I'm going to be doing, is using basics, like basics, not basis. I'm going to be using basics of little bits that I see and coming up with things. So there we go. That looks a little bit better as well. Maybe bring that over. What else could we do here? Can't actually fit anything in that one. I was thinking about putting in a shelf here, like a carpet shelf. Like that, but I don't think that works, so we won't do that, obviously. But there we go. Let's just flip that around. Didn't know you could do that with the shift key. Right, so we got a couple books. Yeah, it looks a little bit crap, but it's fine. We got like a nice wine bottle here. Stuff around here, like nice little mixing desk type area. We could even have it like this, couldn't we? Do it like that? Yeah, we'll have it like that, and maybe see about the speakers. Now, I do want to, again, apologies for this going on a little bit more, or if it's going on longer than 20 minutes that I want it to, because I do want it to go on 20 minutes. But I think it's worth it, you know, spending a little bit more time getting things right. Now, where the hell would the speakers be? Household decorations. So that was a toaster, that was a telephone, but it's not anymore. That's a radio, apparently. Old-fashioned camera. GameCube. Oh, yes. Well, I think we'll go with this one for a GameCube. I think they do have a gaming system. You can have it on the side. There we go. There's a nice little space for it. Okay, so they've actually got a GameCube. These people. Which I think is quite nice. Right, now anyway. Speakers. Anybody see any speakers? No, I don't see any speakers anyway. Right, well, I'm just going to zip through these then. If not, we'll just pick whatever's closest. I know I've seen them before. So there's lights and everything. There's loads and loads of stuff, but... right. Not so much on those. But what we do have... That's the good thing about player heads. I mean, it's amazing what people can do with them, really. Let's keep on going up. There's nothing there, really. So we can drink, household decorations. I think just go with a radio. A radio, maybe? Or an old-fashioned camera. That might look like a speaker. I don't know. I'll try it anyway. This is just to basically add in a little bit of detail. Oh, not that one. Maybe just do those. They kind of look like speakers. They kind of work, so that looks fine. Got a nice TV, nice living area. I think overall that's actually pretty good, and it doesn't look too bad with this back wall anymore. Because I put some stuff on there, like this plant. I was planning on putting another plant in, wasn't I? So I might do another one there, and I will, just to finish up. If we grab that and plonk that in, plonk that in as well. We now put in just some oak leaves or something like that. Now looks pretty complete, I think. A nice little tree in there. So, I mean, from the outside, I don't know if you can even see it. Probably can't with shaders, but without shaders, you can actually see in, which I think looks so much nicer now. So I'm really happy with this already. So really cool. Love the marks I've made. Okay, that's it without shaders. I think it looks like a really nice interior. I quite like this style as well that I've done. So that's with the new quartz pillars texture that I put on the top, which is really nice. A lot better than this weird stuff that I've got. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I know I've taken a long time to actually get that tiny little bit in, but I think you guys all agree it's worth it. I do try out a lot of ideas, but I'm really looking forward to this series. It's going to be really nice and fun. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one.